Mid-segments of a triangle. Now before we even like start talking about it, tell me, what does mid mean? What are we dealing with here? The middle. That's right. Mid-segment connects two midpoints. So we're talking about things that are in the middle. Connecting the midpoints of two sides of a triangle creates a segment called the mid-segment. And it has two special things about it. But you have to know that they're midpoints. If it's not a midpoint on one side of the triangle and a midpoint on the other side of the triangle, then you don't have these rules. You can tell it's a midpoint because this side is chopped into two equal halves and this side is chopped into two equal halves. So in this triangle, which segment is the mid-segment? Find the two midpoints. X, Y. Yep. X, Y is this the mid-segment of this triangle. All right, and in that case, there are two rules. The XY is parallel to the other side of the triangle, parallel to the third side. Obviously, that means the two that it's not connected to. It's the other one. So it's parallel to the third side. Put this parallel symbol there since there's not enough space to write out the word parallel. The midsegment is parallel to the third side of the triangle, and the length of the midsegment is half the length of the third side. For some people, maybe they could write really small. All right, so the length of the midsegment is half the length of the third side. So let's look at some problems here. So first the question is finding the parallel parts of it. So that's pretty easy because it has to be parallel to the two that it doesn't, or to one of the ones that it doesn't touch. All right, so in this case, name 3 pairs of parallel lines. And for my sake, I'm going to make that a little larger. So look at it. We have to first of all find a midsegment. Let's start with XY, the one in the middle. For that one, which segment would that be parallel to? It can't be the two that it touches. Which segment is it parallel to? AC. So we're going to say that XY is parallel to AC. You could also say AZ or ZC because two letters can name the whole line. All right, let's try to find another one. Let's do blue. Let's do BC. This one right here. Which segment would be parallel to BC? Say it again. XZ. Those two would be parallel. BC is parallel to XZ.
Why is there
One second, let me write it and then I'll listen to your question. Say it again. Which one? BC? Why is it not parallel to what? Because BA touches it. Here's the B right there. They're not parallel, they actually touch. You have to find the one that it's parallel to you can't touch. And it has to be, if it's one side, the parallel line has to be the mid-segment one. But it would actually touch the BA. Alright, and then this one. ZY. Which line is parallel to the ZY? BA. ZY is parallel to AB. Okay? So if you have a whole bunch of mid-segments, then you have several parallel lines, which of course gives you alternate interior angles, corresponding angles. You can see how this right here is an alternate interior angle with this one right here. When you have parallel lines, you've got those kinds of things as well. All right, for this example, what is the length of MO? Remember, the mid-segment is the one that's half as long. 40. Good. The mid-segment has to be the shorter one. This one has to be the longer one. So if you know the longer segment, you divide by 2. If you know the shorter one, you multiply by 2. The mid-segment equals the base divided by 2. So the mid-segment was 20 equals question mark divided by 2. So it would be cross multiply 40 equals the question mark equals the base. So a lot of these you're going to do in your head. But I'm going to show you a method for the ones that you can't do in your head. You guys can all do 40 divided by 2 or 2 times 20. But when they throw variables in there, the method changes a little bit, and I want to show you how to handle it. So for the first ones, though, the ones you can do in your head, so let's do those quickly. Not in this section and not very much in this chapter. But I want to use them in other places where we can. I think they're so important. All right, number 1. AC. They want to know AC. Is that the mid-segment or is that the base?
Base.
The base is the bigger one, so what would that be?
30.
30. The mid-segment 15 is half of 30.
15 times 2 is 30.
Yep. And then for this one, they want to know what TU is. Is that the mid-segment or is that the base?
That's the big mid-segment.
Mid-segment. So take your base 26 and divide by 2. What do we get? 13. And the last one is SU. Is at the base of the mid-segment. Mid-segment, we take half of the base. 5.3?
Yeah.
5.3. Okay, so you'll have some like that where it's just numbers, but look down at numbers. The number got all messed up. I numbered it 9, so write down number 9 next to it. I know I messed up. Follow number 9, please. Number 9. It's not quite so easy. There's a few of you that could do it in your head, but I want to show it by the other method for the rest of us. Okay, the mid-segment. Write this down right here, and you can abbreviate. Mid-segment can be MIN, MIG. Mid-segment equals the base divided by 2. That's the rule. Whether you do it in your head or whether you see another way, this is the rule that you're going to do. So in this picture, which one is the mid-segment?
5. 5 times 2 is the same.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's what I said. Do that on your own. I said I'm going to show you another way. The mid-segment is 2x. Like where did 5 come from? What is the base?
The base.
All right, and then divided by 2. And then divide by 2, you get 10. Like I said, some of you can do it in your head, but that's not the way I'm showing you. Because you're not going to be able to do this one in your head. This is 10. 20 divided by 2 is 10, and x is 5. Okay, so I start you off with the easy ones to show you the method. But make sure you learn the method for when they get harder. What? Number 10. What's the mid-segment? 2x. What's the base? The base is 3x plus 11. Write this in. And it's the base divided by 2. Okay. It would take a lot for someone to be able to do that in their head, x's on both sides, etc. So what you do now is you solve for x. And I think the easiest way is to do it by cross multiplying. There's other ways where you set it up differerly, but I think it's easier if we memorize the same way to set it up every time, and then you just cross multiply. Do you remember cross multiplying? We're going to be using it for the rest of the year when we get into triangles or sine, cosine, tangent. All you do is multiply the top of one fraction times the bottom of the other. And you can only do that when there's an equal sign. You multiply this times this. Does that look familiar?
Sure.
So we're going to say 3x plus 11. When you multiply it by 1, nothing really happens. 3x plus 11. And then now I need to multiply the other 2. So I'm going to do 2x times 2. You multiply the top of one times the bottom of the other. And we will get 2x times 2 is 4x. And now it's really, really easy to solve. What do you get? 11. You subtract 3 from both sides. I'll show that just in case anyone didn't see it. And 11 equals x. And you can plug them in and check your work as well. 2 times 11 would be 22. And 3 times 11 would be 33 plus 11 is 44. And 22 is half of 44. Any questions on that? Sometimes you can do it in your head. Sometimes cross multiplying is the best way to go. Number 11. What do you do with this one? What's the mid-segment?
BA.
Yes. You didn't give me numbers because we don't know the numbers on BA, right? That's right. look at the numbers that they gave us. What do those represent actually?
Those are actually
Side.
the
The sides. And B is the mid segment, so that means this is the midpoint, right?
No, they're equal to each other.
Exactly. Good job. This side equals this side. So your equation this time becomes x minus 7 equals 2x minus 17. And solve that one. I'll do it too, and then in the end, you can just look up here and check. And we'll see if our answers match. Did you get 10?
Sure.
I got 10. And if we plug it in, 10 minus 7 is 3. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 minus 17 is 3, so that means it's right. Both halves are equal to each other. Turn to the back side. Let's get some of these in, and then you're going to finish off the partner.
What's the backside of what?
It's the backside of the eye.
Back side of your notes, not the back side of your iPad.
I think we can do it.
Back side of your notes. This? Yes, that.
Oh, that's me. I was gonna say, hey, someone still has Kirk on. I was like, oh no, that's not It's still there.
Alright, I'm going to do the left half, you're going to do the right half.
Because I want to do the
Here we go. MN is parallel to which one? Name the side is parallel. MN is parallel to CB, so write that for number 1. Parallel to CB. AB. AB right here is parallel to which one? MO, ON, MC, CO, any of those.
Where's the baby? What's the baby?
And OM right here.
Yay.
Yeah. Alright, you do the right hand side. Do 2, 4, and 6. Go. Give me 1 minute.
Appreciate it.
Parallel to AC. What do you get for number 4? MN or NM, either one, and for number 6?
No.
N O or O N. Good job. But this one is different. They're talking about numbers. Now remember, the every side is marked by midpoints. So things are cut in half, and every segment or mid segment is parallel and half of the third side. So LK. If I'm going to try to find L K, it'd be 6. That's right, because from here to here is 12. So this side is 12. The mid segment is half as long. That would be 6. YK. The YK is from Y. Where's the Y?
7.
There. What would that be? 10. Good. Because you're dealing with midpoints. This is a midpoint, so it's 10 and 10. Okay, so it uses all the rules mixed together.
Oh, it's not.
The other one is, so if you wanted KX, that would be 10 as well. Okay, you take a minute and try to do 12 through 9 through 13. Do the other problems. Okay, so what did you get for number 12?
Chaos.
I hear 7. Okay, and for number 9, and number 11, and number 13. 6. Question on those? Not hard, right? Alright, now these. Do number 14, 15, 16, and 17. Do those on. Number 15, did you get 3? What did you get for number 16? 4. What did you get for number 17? 5. Any questions on those? Some of them you can do in your head, some of them you cannot. You have to understand the idea that the mid-segment equals the base divided by 2. B is the midpoint because that half equals that half, right? And A is the midpoint because that half equals that half. You still know it's the mid-segment because of the markings. So now we say AB goes across the lake. What is the distance across the lake? What would AB be? I heard someone say it already. 5.5. Good. Now, is it shorter to go from A to B, which is 5.5, or from B to C, which is only 4? How did I know BC was only 4? Half of the 8, half of the side. Alright, so it's shorter to go from B to C.